Here at Hotel Congress, just walking up to it. There's the sign with the big 100. There's the entrance. Hotel Congress. Alright, so I just got the key. I'm going up the steps. Stuff over here. Oh, right up the steps. Oh, wrong way. Oh, goodness gracious. Alright, so this is the room. Nice single bed. There's the window. Dresser with mirror. Little desk. Looks like got a Halloween Hotel Congress machete thing. Looks like a closet. That's going to be the bathroom. Got the bathroom right here. Turn the light. There's the light. Jesus Christ. There's a step right there. Where's the light? Is it out here? Oh. Super old-timey. The drawstring, little personal shower area. That's cool. Guilty or not guilty? See if I can. No, it's gonna be all fuzzy. Probably can render it later. Yeah. Oops, I should probably turn off the light. That would be the nice thing to do. Gonna have to make sure that the door stays shut, or it's really shut. Setting the key on the bed. Proof. A little warm in here with the heat. Got the plaza outside. Onto the street. The train tracks, rest of the city. And glorious mountains outside. That's cool. Looks like there's a little balcony right there, next room over or something. Got a cute little desk. Probably set up right there. Yeah, little room. Cute little room. Little radio. Old school radio. Purely Sedona. Oh, spring water. Little thing for mate tip. That's cute. Rotary phone. Yo, hell yeah. That's what's up. Oh, that's my music. I still have my music going through my earbuds. If you happen to have heard music throughout, it's probably my earbuds. I still have my Pandora going. Alright, well, that's the room. Got another Halloween thing. Slaughtered pig. That's cool. Anyway, so that's the room. Here right now, room 242. Let's get in. Here's the key. Nice little tag. Let's get that. Boom, right there. 242. And they use old school keys still. Nothing electronic. No electronic cards. I still have this on. So yeah, just checked into the room. See how the rest of the day goes. Alright, just locked the room. I'm gonna go explore. Take a look at the hotel. Never been here before. Yo. They got a huge ass Ouija board table. Yo. And good thing they don't have a planchette. Definitely not be messing with that. A shoe shiner chair. That's cool. Looks like we got a patio outside. No smoking. No more than 6 people. Looks like a little desk here. Little monitor looking thing. Don't know why. Got this cool little John Dillinger poster here. That's cool. Big ass TV. I guess this is the lounge. Oh, missed this. Got some games and books. Some Jenga. And Clue, Scrabble. Molder photo. Hotel Congress. Since 1919. Saying, read the book. Feel free to take it, leave a book, donate. That's cool. That's a cool little picture there. Got cleaning supplies. Looks like. That's cool. Take a look at the rest of the second floor. The hallway. Another hallway, cleaning cart. Let's go explore. I just passed 225, there's 224, 3, 2, 1, and then 220 is going to be down here. There it is. There's 220. I guess 221's right over here. That's going to be another room I'll definitely be wanting to stay in. Then 214 should be around this way. There it is, down the hallway. Oh, 214. Got another room right next to it, so that's a small little corner. Emergency. Looks like they're cleaning down here. I won't go down there since they're cleaning. So those are the 2 other rooms, 220 and 214, that I want to stay in. Those other 2 rooms are haunted. 220, there's a guy named Vince. Used to live and work here for like 36 years or something. And his staff will find butter knives laying around like outside of the room or in random places. I guess he used to use a butter knife as a screwdriver. Down here, more rooms. Down the hallway. Pretty much just gonna be going in a circle, I guess. And then, yeah, back to my room. Back to Jackie's room. 242. Right, let's go downstairs. And then we'll check out what else is. Actually, no, let's go upstairs. And we got a chain thing. No. It's got a chain, so I'll just ask. Here's the entrance. This is where I came in earlier. Got some old operator tables. I don't really remember what they're called. Looks like we got a radio booth. We got 91.3 FM. Community radio. That's cool. I didn't know that they had that in here. Some stuff. On-site catering for the Copper Hall. Got another one over here. Operator. And they actually still use one when you're using the rotary phones in the room. Looks like they got a out of order due to COVID. Little telephone booths. That's cool. Saying out of order, I guess they do still work. check it. They still use a thing for the rotary phones to reach the front desk. Some art here. That's cool. Some more art. I have to blur out some of those, probably. Those are all great. Like a Triceratops. Hell yeah. It's like a whiskey menu. It's like maybe a John Dillinger photo. I don't know who that could be. Some prisoner. All the booze. All the booze. So, restrooms are down here, but they got some stuff on the walls. Check them out. Looks like that they're all magazine, newspaper articles and stuff, probably mentioning Hotel Congress one way or another. State of Arizona Senate Proclamation. That's cool. Office of the Governor. Every time I hear the word governor, governor. That's cool. A little step. Edible Baja, Arizona. It's cool. Probably should have brought my light. So yeah, I guess definitely just, oh, here we go, Dillinger Days. Yeah, definitely highlights and stuff for Hotel Congress. Here we go, smart John Dillingers. There's the one that Hotel Congress caught fire. And Johnny Boy. Clark, Mackley, Pierpoint, Dillinger, capture. Yeah. That's kind of glary. There we go. Oh, I guess it's a background thing on John. Oh, handshake. It's a big article. I think getting close to the kitchen, I can smell food. Yum. Yeah. Mug shots. I don't know who this is. Let's see. Looks like an Anne. Yeah, Anne Martin. Or Mary Frechette. Her name's up there. I didn't know that she ran with John. That's cool. cafe is closed, but check out the tap room. Local unique wines and spirits, tasting, special offers. Come get your booze. Oh, take a look at this. Cool little corner booth. Love that red velvet looking curtain. Oh, Harold Garland. A nice bass guitar. Looks like got a Gene Ruley. Got a guitar up there. Got some art over here. It's a rattlesnake coming through, and it's like a 3D type thing. That's cool. Got the big mirrors. I got all the glasses nice and clean. More. Another corner booth. Back area for cleaning stuff. We got a bunch of old posters up on the wall. Wooden ball. That's cool. That's real wicked. Some disco balls up top. Clock. Gotta know the time. Ooh. Here's something I want to show you. So, got a mirror right here facing another mirror. Now, the mirrors are facing each other. It's considered a portal, so to speak, in which spirits can come through in between, because it's a reflection of a reflection. It's kind of like Inception in a way, and there's definitely be one interesting spot to definitely investigate if there's anything going on around here. Just because of those two mirrors alone, just facing each other. But yeah, let's get on more of the tour of this place. Like the restrooms are back there. The bar leading to the outside. That's cool. Check out outside. You see outside, you got a whole plaza. There'll be a blues band going on later today. Got a cookout going on, I'm going to assume it's right there. You got the stage all set up. Got the heaters out for when it gets cold. Bunch of people out eating right now, so I'll leave them be. Doing good. Quick question: is third floor off limits?
Yeah, we can't really go upstairs because it's kind of like an active, like where all like housekeeping does, and that's the room. It's like also not very safe.
Right, that's understandable. I saw the chain on it. I'm like, yeah, no, I'm not gonna risk it. Going in for the room. Pulled out the EMF. Pulled out the EMF detector here. Do a quick sweep of the room and see what information, see what we can get on camera here real quick. So right here, got the front door right there. Got the bed, bathroom right over there. Cool little posters and everything. So I'm gonna start over here in this back corner. See if I can get anything. My headphones aren't attached to anything right now. Looks like we're getting something. Definitely nothing under the bed, for sure. There's no other electrical devices on this bed either. I don't know why it's picking it up. There's no power going through that. I'll have to test that later. But no, it's still going yellow. Still going yellow over the bed. Hear any music outside? Got this band setting up. Blues band. We're getting all yellows over here. Up and over the bed. It seems to be just the bed. So, we'll do the lamp. Obviously, the lamp's gonna go off if it's on. Under here, there's nothing. So I don't know why. Other than spirits, they'd be going off. Got the closet, everything's going off. And over here, we've got a little something. You had to open the door just a moment ago. I don't know if it caught it on camera. Into yellow. Oh, there it goes. Over here. In the closet here. Now I had just done a sweep actually just before recording, and this was actually going to yellow a moment ago here with this blanket up here. This was going to yellow earlier. Now it's just green. That's the closet. Let's close that. There's the bathroom. We'll be getting the story later, but all yellow. Once I walk in, all yellow. All yellow. And nada. No other electric except for the light up here. This is the only light in the bathroom too, so. Yeah, just keeps going yellow. To my knowledge, that is where, I guess contact makes it spike. But yeah, nothing electrical, even the door's closed and it's up to yellow. So, we know what that means. We know what that means. Go over here. Getting a little bit of yellow. Down here is weird. I don't know if there's any electrical wires going through the wall. Like even here on the floor, going through the floor. Electrical outputs right there, and it's yellow all over here. Yep, we're back over the bed. Nothing. Nothing. Just that solid green. No yellow. So, yeah, definitely not my headphones. Got an old-timey radio here. That's definitely going to go off. Nothing on the mirror. Nothing on the rotary phone. Nada. So, that was the EMF sweep. Real quick before doing anything later on. It is 3:56 in the afternoon right now, so definitely got many hours to go before doing the live stream and the actual investigation.
first started here, I used to be security.
Yeah.
And I used to come in this room at about midnight and clear the whole room. Manager would always tell me to make sure that there's no guests, make sure all the cooks and everybody's done, make sure all the burners and lights are all shut down.
Yeah.
And all the locks are locked up. So once I got done with that, I came out here. He was standing at that doorway, and he turned to me and said, "Is everything okay?" And I said, "Yeah, everything's locked up, everything's good." And right as I said that, I heard a little girl giggle to my left. It was right about here.
Ooh.
And as I look over, after I heard the giggle, something came up and grabbed the backside of my leg. It was enough where it actually hurt, and I thought it felt like someone biting me.
Really?
And so I immediately got chills all the way up my spine, but my manager was standing there and he's like, "Hey, is everything fine?" And I was like, I didn't want to seem like a sissy because I was door security, so I was like, I don't want to make him think I'm a sissy, so I was like, "Oh, everything's fine," but really I had chills up my whole body, and I was kind of freaking because I've had ghosts, I've seen ghosts, I've heard ghosts, but I've never physically had a ghost touch me.
Really?
And when that happens, you're more into that poltergeist world where they can start moving things, they can physically hurt you.
Yeah.
And that was my first experience. So I'm like, in my head, I'm like, dude, these things can touch you? Like, I don't know if I want to be here. So I walk out to the lobby, turned to my buddy Frank, who was the front desk clerk at the time. Mm-hmm. And I didn't say anything that had happened in here. I just turned to him and said, "Hey, what's up with the restaurant? You know, is it like, what is it haunted? You know, have you had any stories?" And he goes, "Yeah, dude, the restaurant's actually haunted by a little girl and her dog." And I looked at him and I said, "Dude, that little girl just laughed at me. And then the dog just attacked the backside of my leg. Like straight up like an ankle biter." And he looked at me and he's like, "Yeah, dude, we've had guests stay in here and say that they've seen a little girl running under the tables, or another thing that she's known to have is a blue ball that she plays with. And we've had guests that have little kids say they met a friend that had a little blue ball in here. Like really young kids, like 4 or 5 year olds that could barely talk.
Oh, wow.
Have bringing up blue balls and a little girl and her dog." And so, yeah, that was my first experience in the building.
That's crazy.
Another experience I had was back in here. And this is our copper hall. This is where we do all our private events.
Okay, yeah.
And I had one of my janitors here, was here pretty late. And he was doing a little bit of his finishing up work, and
cool.
It happened right at this door. I had came through to do my final check of the building, make sure that this door was locked, and then I was coming in to do my copper hall check. And right as I came through this door, right on the other side of this door, there's a rack cart. So it has probably like 75 racks on it.
Uh-huh.
And so when you come through this door, you want to go ahead and just push through here. But if you push through both doors, you'll knock that over, and all the trays will fall all over the ground.
Oh, goodness.
And so as I'm coming through the door, my maintenance guy or night cleaner told me, he was like, "Hey, Patrick, be careful when you go through. Don't let it swing because it'll knock those trays down the stairs, because there's 2 stairs that go down right here."
Ooh.
And so I came through the door, softly turned, and as I shut the doors, I turned around. And as I came through this door, I felt something like a gust. It was kind of a cold feeling, but it felt like something had just ran through me.
Mm.
So I felt like kind of like a gust of wind, and then these 2 doors just pushed open forcibly, and then the tray and the cart went over the stairs and fell. But Dilla, the cleaning guy, he was standing right there in this walkway. So he actually witnessed everything happen.
Oh, wow.
And so I walked back in, and I was like, "Are you all right?" He just looked at me and says, "Patrick, it was a ghost." And I said, "Yeah, it must have came right through me and busted through the doors." And he looked at me and he says, "Yeah, the thing that's funny is I think you scared the ghost. When I came in here, I must have caught it off guard, and it ran out of here real quick."
Oh, that makes
and
sense.
then busted through the doors.
Oh,
and so
wow.
He barely speaks English, but he's told me some stories, but he's always told me about this walkway. There's something up with this doorway in this area. There's a spirit that's in this area all the time.
Oh, I love this.
You ever heard of Bookman's?
Oh, yeah.
The store?
Of course.
This is the birthplace.
Really?
This room right here used to be Bookman's.
I had no idea.
Yeah, this is where it all started. And then now they have this 4 buildings and, all that stuff.
Wow.
But yeah, that was my second experience. I would say that was probably after 2 years of me working here. So yeah, in this area, One day we had a banjo band show up. There was probably about 5 or 6 members. They had like this metal thing with spoons and all these banjos. And we had our bartender bar standing here. Me and 3 of our security were actually standing at these stairs. We had these curtains open, and we were actually witnessing the band do their sound check.
Okay.
So as these guys were in here doing their sound check, we were just like, I was like, dude, I love banjos, so I wanted to come in here and check it out. And so I came in.
See if I can.
We're all just standing about right here, and all of a sudden, the sound guy's like, all right, now that I've checked every instrument, let's go ahead and do a full check of all you guys playing at once.
Oh, wow.
And so all these dudes just start jamming out, they're all going off. Then once they all got in tune together, they just started going off. All the lights in this room, so all the lights in here, all the lights in this room came on all at the same time. And one of my security guys, he's one of the guys that doesn't believe in the ghosts. And so he shoots down everything, tries to debunk everything that we have. And so I turned to him and I was all, dude, that's not a power surge, because when a power surge happens, the lights go out in a power surge.
Right.
They never turn on.
Oh.
And so then I was talking to him and I was like, well, he's like, it could have been something with the electrical. And I was like, dude, it's virtually impossible to do that. Because if you come over here, see how there's those 2 light switches right there?
Yeah.
One of them's a switch, one is actually a knob that you turn. And then over on this side, there's all these knobs. And so I physically would have to have me and probably 5 other people standing here on each knob, and then have 2 people over there, and then have 3 other people in the sound booth on those lights, and then the ones backstage, because that's all of them turned on.
Yeah.
And the other thing is, it'd be almost impossible to turn them off at the same time. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's to do it all at once. Like even these ones, it's not going to be all at once.
Yeah.
It was pretty consistent with the way they all turned off, or turned on and stayed on. And my bartender that was standing there, she just turned and looked at me. She's like, "It looked amazing from over here because everything just kind of lit up."
Yeah.
But
I don't doubt that.
Yeah.
That sight. Yeah.
And the guys on the stage, they kind of didn't really know what was going on. And as they came off the stage, I told them, I says, "Hey man, it looks like the ghost likes what you guys are doing." And they're like, "What do you mean?" I said, "Did you see all the lights turn on?" And they're like, "Yeah." I said, "They just did that on their own." And I was like, "This building was built long ago, so there's this random light switches everywhere." I was like, "We're not like updated where you can hit one button and everything turn on."
Right. Yeah.
So he was like, their whole band was like, "Yeah, it was the one chick that was playing the spoon thing." She's like, "I've been having the chill since we've been in here." And I was like,
oh,
it's
wow.
them letting you know you guys are bringing back some music that they really like.
That's awesome.
With all the banjo playing.
Yeah, old timey music from years and years ago. And when was it started up? 1918 or something?
1919 was when it started, yeah.
Okay.
Okay, and then in this room, this is our tap room, and this room is actually haunted by 2 different ghosts. One ghost is Benny. This is actually him right here, and then that's a painting that somebody did of him. Let's see if I can turn this up a little bit.
We got Mr. Benny over here. That's a nice painting.
And so he actually was one of our regulars. He used to come in and sit at the end of the bar over here. We actually had his last tip. And then we had Vincent's dog tag, who's another gentleman that was actually a resident of the building that I was telling you.
I know the story about that, yeah.
So when they purchased the building, it used to be an apartment complex, and he was actually part of the lease. So he lived in his room until he passed away.
Oh, wow.
But yeah, he was a really cool guy. He's notorious for leaving all kinds of stuff around the building for people, silverware, butter knives, all that good stuff. But someone stole his dog tag, so we just have the imprint of it still.
Oh, bummer.
But we still have Benny's last tip. And but yeah, one of the stories, and I don't know what spirit it was. It didn't sound like Benny because he wasn't really the type of person to touch people.
Yeah.
But I had a husband and wife standing right here, getting ready to order some drinks. So the wife was standing here, the husband was standing here,
Mhm.
and then directly behind him, a guy was standing right here in this little nook, and he was waiting for them to finish their order, and then he was going to step up and start ordering his drink. And we had a bunch of people at this side of this bar also.
Mhm.
So there was nobody sitting over here. The only person was that guy right there in the corner. As this woman was ordering her drink, they came up and gave them their drinks. As she was taking her drink, something touched the bottom of her ankles and ran up her legs and grabbed her rear end.
Oh wow.
When this happened, she immediately turned around and smacked the guy that was standing here behind her husband. And so I immediately get called over the radio from my bartender saying a woman had just smacked a gentleman in the bar, and then I need to come in and figure out what's going on. So I show up, I'm asking both of the groups what's going on, and the woman is insisting that this guy touched her. But the thing that's funny is the person that's defending this guy is her husband. Her husband's saying, well, I was standing here for him to come around me and grab you like that. He would have had to have came down like here, and he's like, I would have seen him. And I was here the whole time, and I feel like if he would have done something like that, I would have caught it.
Yeah.
And so, luckily, I actually have cameras right here over here in the corner, and then there's another camera over here on this side.
Oh wow.
And I actually went in the office and wanted to find out if I was kicking this gentleman out for, groping this woman. Watched the video, and sure enough, in the video, there's nobody standing behind her, but you can see her reaction to it and everything that happened, her smacking the gentleman. She didn't believe it. Normally, I don't show anybody my security cameras, but just to make her feel comfortable and so they could both still stay in the bar and finish drinking.
Right.
I ended up taking her in the office and showing her the video. And once her and her husband saw the video, they just looked at me and said, oh my God, like, how could something like this happen?
Oh, that's so awesome.
But
That's crazy.
So yeah, that was one of the crazy incidents that happened in the tap room. And then we have our basement.
Oh, watch my step.
And so,
Oh, that's so cool.
back during Prohibition, this was one of our Prohibition tunnels. And it was actually blocked off after they put the modern streetcars up. The trolleys, and so to reinforce under the roads, they put these the dirt and the cement and blocked it all off. But this used to run from here all the way down 6th Street, and there was a bar down on 6th Street that used to get a delivery from us.
Oh, that is bananas.
So back during Prohibition, they used to bring all the alcohol through the train station underground to this basement, and down here we actually have the boiler room and all this stuff, and I actually have, it's the contraption they use to open the barrels.
Oh, wow.
And it's actually part of the foundation, which is kind of cool. So if you come over here, you hear this big thing. It's got the big wheel.
Oh, yeah.
And it's got a clamp on it where they would clamp the top of the barrel, and it would pull the top of the barrel off, and they'd pull the alcohol or distribute it. And then they would take it in little train carts, mine carts, and run them down those tunnels to all the other bars. So one of our little claims to fame is if this bar didn't exist next to the train station, a lot of the bars around here would have never got alcohol.
Yeah. Wow, that is so wicked cool.
And then, so this area, I would say, when it comes to violence and just bad spirits, this is the area down here in the basement. We have one spirit that's pretty much has told multiple ghost hunters that he controls all the other spirits in the building.
Oh, wow.
I have a feeling that he was part of the Prohibition ragtag team of gangsters that were down here running all of the alcohol that was going on. They used to tell me that there was multiple card matches and stuff that used to come down, poker matches down here in the basement. So
I believe it.
There's records of gunfights and certain things breaking out down here and multiple people dying. And then there was back when this building was first built, there was a gentleman that was actually down here in the basement. His job was to control the boilers.
Okay.
And so they had a little transistor phone that they would call him up from each room or from front desk, and they would tell him which rooms want their temperatures raised or lowered.
Okay.
And that was pretty much his job.
Wow.
One thing that he used to do was he was also a maintenance man. And if you come over here, this was the maintenance area. So we have a bunch of the old screws and bolts and stuff that we've accumulated over the years from the building.
Cool.
So whenever we have something that we need to fix, we'll refer to some of our old screws and bolts and stuff like that. But every time I come in this room, I always have a feeling like someone's watching me and wondering why I'm in here. And it's almost like that feeling where you're in your dad's workshop, you shouldn't be in there.
Yeah.
That's how I feel every time I'm in this room. So I would say it was probably about, I think that was like, I want to say it was probably September. I had ghost hunters come in here, and they had a medium that was a Native American woman, and she was very accurate. I hadn't told her any history of any of the ghosts or any of the spirits or any of their names, and once she walked on the property, she started naming off ghosts.
Oh, wow.
Multiple ghosts. She'd walk in an area and say, "Oh, this is Vincent. Oh, this is Jocelyn, and this is this and this." And so after we started talking, I realized that this lady was no joke. Like, she was legit.
Yeah.
And so we started doing their little voice box sessions in the rooms, and then we went into the little seating area, some of the bar area. They even went outside, and everything was pretty normal. And then once we got to the basement door where we came down, me and the gentleman Robert, the guy that was in charge of the whole ghost hunter team, once we got to the stairs, she turned and stopped and said, "Oh no, I'm not going down there." And me and him turned. We had already went halfway down the stairs. Turns to her and says, "Well, why don't you want to come down here?" And she says, "I don't know, but once I hit these stairs, there's something telling me there's something bad down here." And he keeps telling me that he controls everything that happens in this building. And he keeps telling me to leave the area. Just leave. That's what kept going in her head. And she's like, "I'm just not going to go down there." And so Robert turned to me, the guy that was running it, and he says, "Hey, well, we'll go down in that little workshop and we'll do a little voice box session and see how active the area is." Mm-hmm. So he actually sat right here in the corner, and then I was just sitting over here, and he had his little voice box set up on this table, and then he had multiple cameras. Mm. As we started the session, his little box he pulled out, it was like, it was just kind of like real, it sounded like white bad reception or something.
Yeah.
And he started talking to it, and all of a sudden, out of nowhere, we hear, he asks, "Is there anybody here that wants to talk to us or whatever?" And and all of a sudden, out of nowhere, we hear a deep voice say, "I'm here." And we're like, and he goes, "I control this area. I control all the spirits in this building," pretty much telling us everything that Native American woman just told us. And he said, "Our time down here is very short. You're going to want to leave soon." Kept saying that. He was very consistent about us leaving very soon and not spending too much time down here. And then as we were talking to him, we actually heard a girl crying in the background.
Oh, wow.
So we asked him if we could talk to the woman or the girl that was crying, and all of a sudden he says, "Yes, you can speak." And then all of a sudden a woman starts speaking to us. Once she started talking, she was kind of weeping and was saying, "Thank you so much for asking him for me to talk. He never lets me interact or talk with anybody." And then all of a sudden he said something like, "Your time is done," or "You're finished." She stopped talking, and then he kept telling us, "It's time to go. You guys, it's time to go."
Oh,
and then at one point, me and him both got chills down both of our backs, and we were just like, "Yeah, it's time to go." And so we just kind of,
"Oh, man.
All right, Barb, I'll be right there." But yeah, and so we ended up just leaving the area. And yeah, it was pretty creepy. The chills didn't go away for a minute. And just the way that we both got the chills at the exact same time. Mm-hmm. And it wasn't just like our arms or like the back of our neck. It was my whole body.
The whole thing.
It was just, and it was almost uncomfortable.
How long would you say that you did the spirit box session for?
I would say it's probably about 40 minutes.
40 minutes?
Yeah, we were down there for a pretty good minute.
Oh, wow.
But yeah, it just seemed like the longer we were down there, you could feel like the tension building.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So at one point I was like, we need to get out of here, you know?
Oh,
so
wow.
I don't like to spend too much time. So this is another workshop that we have up on the roof. Just to maintain the building and keep it current. And we did have an artist just recently do an art studio up here for a couple weeks.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's pretty cool. The guy Titus, his work's the stuff that's in the lobby right now.
Ooh.
Sketching.
There's some great sketches.
Yeah. This is our other workshop.
Oh, wow. Total freaking scoop, y'all.
And then
There's the patio. I know where that is.
our huge sign. The 100 years added to it.
And that was added last year?
Yeah.
Okay. That,
2019 was the year, so actually the year
Right.
before last.
okay,
'Cause,
so
yeah,
that's when it was added
2021, yeah.
for the anniversary.
But yeah, one spirit that's seen up on this roof is the woman in white. She's been seen a couple times up here from other hotels and restaurants around here.
Really?
When the Cadence was open, we had someone tell us that we had a woman on our roof walking along the edges of the building.
Oh, wow.
I was actually working that night. Came up here. There was nobody here, but after I went back downstairs, she calls back and says again she's back up there. And I was like, what? So I came back out here. But yeah, there's no way to get up here unless you come through where we went. And yeah, there's like 4 or 5 blocks on those doors. So it's like,
Wow, jeez.
someone would hear you trying to get up here.
Exactly. Especially with having to bypass 3rd floor.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, sometimes when I want to get away from the whole bar scene, I'll come up here and kind of chill for a minute.
That's cool. That's cool.
And I can actually come up here and see the whole plaza.
Oh, that's awesome.
Kind of like the sentry up there watching over everybody.
Like human gargoyles. so to
Yeah.
speak. Oh, that's so cool. The spirit in 242 is considered the lady in white as well?
Yeah,
Okay.
that's her.
Oh, it's the same one?
Yep, same one.
Okay. Oh, wow.
The other thing that she's known for is if she comes around you, her spirit, it smells like rose petals.
Really?
So if you're walking around here and you start to smell rose petals, that means she's close.
Wow. Have you had any instances of maybe, I don't know if it may have been the people from outside, but like just getting a whiff of tobacco smoke by chance?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yep, that happens too. So here on my phone.
I don't know if it was the guys outside, but like where I was sitting, it was strong tobacco. Right there in the lobby.
So I had a husband and wife stay in 242, and the husband ended up getting the room as kind of a joke, because his wife doesn't believe in ghosts.
Yeah.
And so they were down in the lobby, and they had just got off the train, and he was like, all right, babe, you can go up to the room and pass out. I'm just going to stay down here, have a couple more drinks, and then I'll come upstairs. And so he was down at the lobby for about 4 hours. They came in at about 9 o'clock, or no, it was about 7. And then about midnight, she come running downstairs saying that she wants to see the manager and all of the maids. And she said, well, she was sleeping. She woke up and saw a woman in white standing next to her bed, next to her wallet or her purse.
Ooh.
And so she took a picture of the woman through the mirror. And so she came downstairs, and this is actually the picture that she had on her phone of the woman in white standing next to her bed.
Wow, that's through the mirror.
Yeah, and so if you look at it, this is actually the phone.
Mm-hmm.
This light is the window at the lobby bar that you were standing in front of.
Okay.
Or sitting.
Yeah.
And so this is us standing there, and she wouldn't send the picture to me, so I physically had to take a picture of it on her phone.
Wow.
But I had this picture on my phone for about 3 years, and didn't know how real it was.
Mm-hmm.
Anybody could come here with a picture of a woman in white, stay here, and say that they captured it. So
Right.
I took it with a grain of salt for many years, and then after about 3 years, one day, it was kind of like someone like you. They were like, "Yeah, I started looking in information about the woman in white and stuff like that," and he was like, "Yeah, they said something about the detectives going in there." So I ended up going online and really going into what had happened. And so after the incident in the room, the detectives went into the room and they found her body on the ground, clenching a voodoo doll in her right hand of her husband.
Oh, wow.
Come back to the photo one day, and I look at her right hand, and she's actually holding the voodoo doll right here. So this is the head, the chest.
I see it.
This is the arm. Where it's black is where her hand is actually holding the arm. So if you look at it from here, her arm is actually holding it, and that little white thing sticking out would be if it was sticking out of your hand.
Okay.
And then the legs kind of go back behind the desk. I actually looked up the way that these dolls are made,
Mm-hmm.
and the way they look is they're actually made from a certain person's pillow, and they're cut out of the fabric kind of like a gingerbread man.
Hmm.
And they take fabric from that person's pillow and they stuff it with that, but then they take a piece of your skin or your hair and they'll put it in the doll.
Right.
Once they do that, they do some type of seance and it binds the doll to you, and any little things they do to the doll can affect you physically or mentally. So like if they hit your head a bunch, you may have a headache that day, or
Right.
they bend your leg. It's not like I'm sure it's not like the movies where like they bend your leg and it's like
Yeah.
but it's something like that where, you know, she like bends your leg, your arm might hurt for the next day or whatever.
Oh,
or she'll hit your chest, you may have a heart attack.
Yeah.
You know, those type of little things. But I actually went online and actually found another couple that stayed in that room, captured the woman in white, and it's identical to this photo.
Really?
Identical. She's
Oh,
holding
wow.
the doll, she's standing in the same exact spot. If you go online and look it up, it's the same photo. Like when you look at it.
Mm-hmm.
So I've had numerous people say, "Oh, well, you just have a duplicate." And I'm like, no, it's pretty much taken from the same spot, but the door is in a different position. And the other one, I don't think they took it through the mirror.
Ooh.
They physically took a picture of her. So,
Nice.
but yeah, that's her room right here.
Yeah.
And one thing that's known to happen is people take pictures in front of the doors, and their cameras or their cameras and recorders will go out of focus.
Really?
So it's normally on the numbers of the doors.
Okay.
People will say, "Oh, I'm in 242," and they'll take a picture.
I'll give
They'll
that
come
a shot.
downstairs and be like, "Yo, this isn't showing up in our photos."
Wow. Maybe feel good on focus now.
Yeah.
I have no focus thing on this, so it would be doing it automatically. Nothing so far. I'll try it later.
The other thing that's known in this area from one of our janitors is his name's Roberto. He says that he sees red orbs moving throughout all through the upstairs.
Really? Red orbs. That's interesting.
And he
for
says
red.
they like to follow you and mess with you.
Huh.
He says like they'll follow him around. Once he notices them, they'll disappear for a little bit, and then he's like, they come back. At first, he used to think it was cars coming across Congress and reflecting off the room's windows, but the doors are shut. You can't get the windows to shine through into the hallways. So
Right, exactly.
it's pretty crazy. But
That is crazy.
I would say those are most of the bulk of my experiences. But if you go on YouTube and go to BuzzFeed Hotel Congress, Tucson, Arizona,
I did watch that one.
they came in and
I
did
did.
the whole-
I saw there's a guy said that apparently I guess the lady's name was Jackie,
yeah.
and he knew her and some stuff. So,
Yeah.
Yeah, I actually watched that probably about a week
The dude with
ago.
the cowboy hat, right?
I think so.
He's like a light-skinned dude with cowboy hat.
Yeah. I think his name's Taylor or something.
Yeah. He's actually one of our maintenance guys, and he's the one that did the penny floor in the cup. He
Wait,
does all
who
the
does-
penny floor, so it's all pennies.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
All right, man.
Awesome.
What was your name again?
Travis.
All right, man. Well, you enjoy your stay.
I appreciate it, Patrick. Thank you. Battery. Yeah, this one's full. I made sure that this one was definitely charged.
We're not using film. This is 2021. This is digital age. All that stuff. Well, okay. Whoa.
As I bend over, it goes off.
Goes off. You want me to go back to the one? Yeah. The one was the 6. I'm just gonna. I did some random. I'm just gonna see what we get. I'm not trying. What was that? Newer what? Exactly. Well, yeah, I am new at this. You know, as much as it's going on.
Oh shoot! I think I forgot to put up the link for my live stream.
Sure,
Discord.
you got another thing that said newer.
Newer.
Newer phone. Yes, these are these. Hey, these are these. I do have a new phone. Do you have a new phone?
It's newish.
I've got.
It's new to me.
My phone is. Yeah, my phone's better.
For like a few months.
months or so.
My phone's brand new. It's almost a year old now.
6.
Yeah. I got that back in April when I was over. Should have it. No matter what, I'm gonna enjoy looking at that footage. I'm gonna
There's not enough people on that Discord.
Discord.
One of my friends does his own Discord channel, and he's got a non-Twitch self-promotion section of the channel, and that's where I'll post my stuff. Right before you came, I was gonna post a thing. Diabolical. I don't know that.
I think she's trying to say you're clever.
Maybe I can be clever. I mean, I didn't really. Ooh.
Nothing's popping, man. Nothing is popping. Nothing's popping.
Nothing yet.
Nothing yet.
Here's one thing. When it said Jeff earlier,
Yeah.
so I'm not assuming, but it's like it said Jeff right after. I guess you said drug dealer earlier
Not drug dealer.
or something.
Something.
Guy named Jeff is watching, and real quick he just commented, Jackie, can you read this? If she can, then that's crazy. Speaking big words, with that big, the diabolical, yeah. Maze. Alright, so ask if Dillinger is there as a request. I mean, his
I'm
spirit
not gonna
may.
ask if Dillinger's. I guess respect.
I don't know. I think it'd be pretty cool to talk to Dillinger. I mean, technically.
Did he die here?
He did not. He died in Chicago, but him and his crew were up in the 3rd floor where they stayed. But that got
Wouldn't
burned.
that be more of a psychic imprint though versus an actual spirit?
It's technically the same thing in a way, because it's spiritual residual energy.
You're in charge, boss, but I'm gonna agree to disagree with you. Just for the record.
All right, the science and the facts there. It's like a recording. It's like, imagine our voice on a vinyl recorder back in the day.
You got one.
That's basically the same thing of our energy. If somebody spent a lot of time in one place, even if it died somewhere else, that energy still resides there like a record.
Man, I want to pick up those rods.
Highway.
She did say 5, so let's just try 1, 2, 3. That's
I agree.
8. Well, 8. That was. She said 5, and that was an 8.
It's still yellow. It's still yellow.
Has it ever done it like that before?
No. No, she is.
Are you sure that's calibrated?
Yeah. See, I'll even turn it off.
Okay.
Wait a few seconds. Think it's gonna show on. So it'll all go on when I turn it on.
All this trade you need. Tim.
Yellow.
Okay. I got a woman.
First card.
I got a woman. Yeah, and this is a woman, and this is a rival or a single woman who is greatly or untrustworthy.
Not famous again.
Famous. Is this like a famous woman? We should know who this is. I mean, other than you, you're famous. Everybody who comes here and lives looking for you. So is this you or is this somebody else? I don't. If it's you, cross them. If not, one more apart.
Jackie, the guy you were with, did he dump you for some woman who was famous?
I would not give the channel to both the Jazz Drop.
What?
I would not give the channel to both the Jazz Drop.
Alright. I guess not. Don't know why famous. Bye, Harley. Thanks for watching. Love you.
There's the King of Hearts.
Great. R-A-T.
Me with a man lover, someone who's impulsive, you.
Oh, excuse me.
Again, we're getting a story about a man and a woman here. We are. This is a lover, someone who had complacent trust in you, and then you have this woman, and you know, a rival single woman who's a great. We're getting the same things here. We're not getting. I mean, we're trying to be positive, but we're getting the same story of two people that didn't get along. You know, and to sum it up, and shit's going down.
Yeah.
That's what we're getting.
Makes sense.
That makes sense. I'm surprised. I think I'm keeping bumping back.
Yeah.
But at the same time, even for the bumps, look like that. They're not swaying like they were when what.
Right. We'll review. Here's a review of the video.
We might just have to discredit that unless one of them falls off. We might have to just.
I don't know if it was Norman. No.
What? What did just get said?
So I said Norman. When I was at my friend Chris's place.
What was that?
That was my rod, sorry. I was at my friend Chris's place. There's a spirit there named Norman.
Were you just thinking about that?
Huh?
You just thinking about that?
No. Just when the name popped up.
That's
why I went, ooh.
Despite we got death, the coins again, and then we got the tag, which is let's see what I can get on there. Grabs away on the
Yeah,
street.
Tigger, love you. Affair.
It's the story we're getting. Story of the century.
Revalidate. Jackie, the man that you love, did he have an affair? Break your heart? Cross these routes for yes, separate for no. Does the man you love have an affair? One. The number one. Not spelled.
That's this thing. Number one.
Or maybe he had one affair and that was it. They got closer.
I don't know, man. We're looking at all possibilities. I'm not getting that feeling at my back.
You're not anymore?
No.
Deborah. Oh, when you were talking about the heat earlier, I guess something maybe lose track of mine.
All this thing is for what these are. It says, I ask myself if possible instabilities caused from an inflexibility. I don't know.
With the heat thing earlier, people have stated things about just feeling hot and warm out of nowhere.
Yeah.
While in the room.
That happened.
I forgot to tell you that earlier.
I'm saying. You're so my breakfast at this point. I'm telling you, man.
If you want to crash, you can crash.
Dude,
I'll still be filming the entire room.
Okay, for all intents and purposes, just keep me from being depressed and being stupid. As stupid as I am. We're gonna do it.
Alright.
I don't know if you're approving of what I'm doing here, but I'm assuming this is what I'm telling you
Oh,
about.
that's fine.
I wish I brought the Egyptian back. But you agree we're getting something with this. And this is the weirdest thing I've
Yeah.